A very good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's another day we are alive, it's another day we are healthy, it's another day that we have a mission to accomplish. And one of the things that we want to accomplish today is to do a podcast episode on the subject matter that we have chosen, and we've been discussing this subject matter for quite a while now. These episodes and this podcast is basically a teaching podcast on the subjects of purpose, productivity, and resilience. Those are the three things that we focus on every single day. Right now, we are talking about self-deficiency. We're talking about how we can be able to overcome self-deficiency. Actually, we've been talking about that for quite a while now. And now the point that we are leading to is a point about finishing. That if you learn to be a finisher, there is no way self-deficiency can continue operating inside of your life. So what's the answer here? We'll become finishers, and we will be looking at, from yesterday, the previous day, we've been looking at the ways, the mechanics, the internal mechanics of what finishing does to a person, and therefore help to alleviate the throes of self-deficiency. We're going to continue talking about that today in this episode, so stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
We say that if you're going to deal with self-deficiency, you've got to be a finisher. And being a finisher has some things that happen in the background or in your mind that cause you to be a better person or to feel how good feelings actually. And the first thing that we talked about was that finishing helps you to feel accomplished. It doesn't matter what you've finished. It could be a whole project that you've finished, or it could be a milestone in the whole project that you've just finished. That doesn't really vary. Just the fact that you finished something contributes to having a belt around your waist. And secondly, finishing helps you to create momentum. It does help you to create momentum. And there is absolutely no way that, you see, the thing with finishing is that it gives you inspiration. There's two ways inspiration comes into your life. One, you wait for inspiration to come before you start doing stuff. And that is rare, by the way. Or two, which we can force ourselves to, is we finish something and therefore we feel inspired to actually continue. And then we finish again and we feel the inspiration and therefore we build momentum. And we talked about this yesterday, saying that it's a danger for you to finish something and to camp. You've got to continue. But finishing is what gives you that push, that urge, that motivation, that inspiration, that momentum. And as long as you are in motion, it's very difficult for you to continue feeling self-deficient. Today, let us look at this. Finishing helps you to get new ideas. I don't know about you, but for the most part, you get ideas when you are doing things, when you're finishing things. Finishing will not leave you empty. It will not leave you empty. You will not be the same guy who just did stuff. As you are doing something, new ideas will always crop up. It's uncanny how when you're doing nothing, probably you get no inspiration, no idea for something new. or at least the level of inspiration, because I cannot rule out the fact that we are always inspired by new ideas, whether we are moving or not. But the person who is in motion, the person who is acting, the person who is actually finishing things, tends to attract much more new ideas than the person who is in finishing. Because the person who is in finishing is bogged down with feelings of discouragement. In fact, they don't even invite or they don't celebrate new ideas coming into their lives. Why? Because they are bogged down with the old ideas that are unfinished. They don't want a new idea because it's going to end up discouraging them, just like the previous one has discouraged them because they have not finished. I don't know if you're getting my drift. But the person who is a finisher welcomes excitedly a new idea that comes into their life, because they know these two can be finished. They can't wait to finish it. I mean, they can't wait to polish it and to do it with excellence and continue. And thereby, if these new ideas are always coming and they're always excited and they're happy about these new ideas, even though they demand of them, right, the demand of their time, the demand of their effort, the demand of their availability, the demand of their dedication and their commitment, and the demand of their labor, even though that is the case, they are welcoming this because they know that they're going to finish it. So new ideas keep coming to these people. New ideas keep coming to these people. I don't know if you've ever seen edition number 1, edition number 2, edition number 3. You can't find edition number 3 if you did not finish edition number 1. So new ideas keep cropping up. I never saw someone with new ideas that stemmed out of their action feeling bad about themselves. When these new ideas come out, you feel good about yourself and you cannot continue feeling self-deficient. Actually, the more a flood of ideas come, the more excited you are, because you are always planning and scheduling and thinking of how you're going to execute. I can guarantee you one thing: the person that finished is not necessarily the same person that started. This person who has finished has grown, has changed, has transformed. They are better, they are experienced. No wonder when they want to employ you, they are asking you, what else have you done before? What are they looking for? They are looking for your motivation. They are looking for your experience. They are looking for the things that you've done before, the things that can give you momentum. So the person that finished is not the same that started. He's a better person. He's a more experienced person, more exposed person, more used person, more mature of a person. They are different. They have grown. They have finished, but they have grown. So this person is now equipped, guess what? To deploy new ideas that have arisen. Either these ideas have always been there, or these ideas come to them as they go or as they deploy themselves. The more the ideas you have, the more action you're engaged in. You are action-packed. And this sometimes can also be a danger, because sometimes we are so bogged down with action, we are not careful about direction. We need to have direction also, but that's a topic for a different day, because we're talking about overcoming self-deficiency. There is no way you're going to have these new ideas coming into your life and you're executing and you're still feeling self-deficient. There is absolutely no way. So be a finisher. The more ideas you have, the more action you're engaging. The more action you're engaging, the better you feel about yourself. It kills self-deficiency right then and there. So I'll urge you to continue. And even as you continue doing whatever it is you're doing, I'll urge you to move heaven and earth to make sure that you finish that which you start. Or actually you start that which is worth finishing. And actually you finish it. Because this is one foolproof way. There is no way you're going to stand there or sit there feeling sorry about yourself, feeling that you don't belong, feeling that you're too this, you're too that to belong or to be accepted, feeling that you're not even needed. There is no way you're going to sit there. If you are a finisher, self-deficiency doesn't dwell in the life or in the psyche of a person who has finished or who has a knack of finishing things and getting new ideas and keep on finishing. Tomorrow we bring this to a close. But until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.